Man got me up at midnight answering these stupid ass comments. You are putting all your eggs in one basket. There could be a property crash around the corner, cuz. This is the epitome of someone trying to talk on things they have no fucking idea or clue on. So I got 4 properties, I got 1 house, and I got 3 buy-to-let properties. Let's say the first flat I owe 90 grand on. So I owe 90 grand to the lender for the first flat. The second one about 95, and the same for the third one. Let's just call it basically all 3 flats, all of them, I owe 100 grand to each lender. Yeah. Imagine the lenders were Barclays, Santander and HSBC. I owe each of them 100 grand. Let's say there is a property crash around the corner. I'm so scared. Let's say in 2025 or 2026 there's a property crash. Let's say those properties that I owe 100 grand to each lender, let's say the properties get valued at 80 grand. So I owe more than the property's worth. Let's say that happens next year in 2025 or the year after in 2026. Let's say all of my properties are valued at 80 grand each. It's not going to make no fucking difference. Who gives a shit? Who cares? You know why? Because all of my properties, I have to pay back the loan of the 100 grand. I have to pay that back in 25 years. Not in 2026 or 2025. I have to pay that back in 25 years. So, more than that, because I think I took out 35-year terms because of how young I am. So, obviously, when you're like 30 years old and that, you can have 35-year terms. You don't have to have 25 years. You can have 25 years if you want. But because I'm so young, up until the age of about maybe 35 for me, I can keep getting 35-year terms. But at least I can keep getting 30-year terms until the age of 35 easily. Because obviously they're pushing up the pension age and that. So, retirement age. So, yeah, there could be a property crash. The property could go down to 20 grand each next year or the year after. It doesn't matter. Because when properties drop, they go up. Yeah? Historically, it doesn't matter what area you're looking. Could be London, could be Luton, could be Northampton, could be Nottingham, could be Scotland. Properties, they always go up in value. Forget about inflation. Properties historically, yeah, let's say this is the graph, yeah? They go up, they go down a little bit, they go up, they go down a little bit, they go up, they go down a little bit. But if you look over that period of time, 40 years or whatever, they all go up. My grandma bought a property for about 20 grand back in like the late 70s, early 80s. So between 1979 and 1981, for example. That property there was worth 20 grand. Now the property is worth like 500, 600 grand. Properties always go up in value. Yeah, they might go down in value. There might be a crash on that. And obviously, the people them that will be affected by the crash is the people whose term is coming up. So let's say, for example, next year or the year after, which is 2025 or 2026, let's say, yeah, that is the end of my term. Yeah, my term's coming up for renewal, or I have to pay back the loan. My 25-year term is coming up to an end in 2025 or 2026. Yeah, yeah, there will be problems then. Of course. If I owe 100 grand and the property is worth 80, well then yeah, I'm going to be in problems. But I'm not going to be in that position. And if I do forecast, let's say in, I don't know, 26 years time, 4 years before my 30-year terms are, then yeah, I might decide, yeah, let me just sell these properties and avoid a property crash then. So a lot of these guys that leave these comments and that, because this same person left a comment saying something like mortgages are made to enslave you and that. You're just a hater. That is haterism at its finest. And anyone that talk bad against properties and that is because they're haters. Probably because they have a shit credit rating and they can't get a mortgage. Anytime you hear anyone talking bad against something, and that, it's usually because they're a hater. I even was watching a video. There was someone put a comment, something along the lines of, when I hear property prices crashing, that's music to my ear. Or when I hear real estate investors losing all their properties, that's music to my ears. I'm like, bro, who the hell rattled your cage? Like, fam, why you got beef with landlords? You know, right now, yeah, a picture could be circulating of me online, and let's say, for example, I've got 5 properties or 10 properties, yeah. Someone could put up a picture of me online and say this guy has 5 properties or 10 properties, and you know, there's some people they'll see it and get angry, you know. Not because I'm a black man. There's some people they just have beef with landlords. They don't like the idea of people owning multiple properties. There's some people, if I met them or they saw me on the internet and like, yo, this guy's got 4 properties or whatever, they won't like it. They won't like it. Like, blah, how can you hate and talk against property ownership? There's a guy as well I see circulating on TikTok wearing a fucking balaclava talking about property ownership, like mortgages are a dumb idea, buying a property is a dumb idea. But this guy probably lives at his fucking mum's house, blood. It's always the people that don't have properties or mortgages and that want to talk against it. So yeah, when I hear people talking about property mortgages are there to enslave you and that, I remember there was a YouTuber talking about buying a property is buying into the white man's ideology. But that's broke man coping mechanism. You say buying into the white man's ideology. You're saying that because you ain't got no fucking money. That's why you're still living at your parents' house, blood. So yeah, there could be a property crash next year or the year after, or in 10 years. It's not gonna affect me because when the property crash happens, I will still have a good 10 years for the properties to go back up in value. So it doesn't matter, fam.